At this point, I'd like to invite our keynote speaker to the stage. Many of you may know him. Gene Lentzner has been involved in social service, education, civil rights, and human relations for most of his life, with over 60 years of advocacy promoting racial, religious, and cultural understanding. At a time when his efforts were often met with great resistance, he remained dedicated. His exceptional work in the area of human relations at a grassroots level was the impetus for establishing the Gene Lentzner Human Relations Awards 30 years ago. Please join me in welcoming the great leader that we all know to the stage, Gene Lentzner.
My wife did not realize that I could stand any longer. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are celebrating the 30th year of CCEJ's Gene Lentzner Human Relations Awards. This event honors exceptional advocates who work at the grassroots level to take on some of the most pressing problems in Southern California communities. They give hours of hard work without any expectation of reward because they have the desire to serve those in need. But what is amazing is they do most of this work in their spare time, on their days off, in evenings and weekends, and during vacation time. In the 30 years of this award, we have honored 90 individuals, 3 couples, and this year we are honoring for the first time an all-volunteer-led movement called Latino Muslim Unity. I'm also proud to say to you that these awards have consistently recognized the powerful contributions of the women in our communities. Of all the honorees, 57 or 61% identified as women, and 36 or 39% of our honorees as male. I am also proud to say that these awards have consistently recognized the powerful contributions of when looking at the area of racial identity, these awards have honored leaders across communities. In particular, we have been pleased to recognize many leaders from communities of color, with 67 out of the 94 honorees identifying as Black or African American, Latinx, which is the new word for Latinos. We're up to date. Asian American, multiracial American, or Middle Eastern American. The diversity of our honorees extends as well as to career choice, with 30 working as administrators, many in the nonprofit world, 19 working as teachers, 8 of whom became principals, 8 worked for public service agencies, 6 were housewives, 5 were in law enforcement, 4 were clergy, and 3 were nurses. The balance represented an eclectic assortment of careers, including 1 student who was badly injured while trying to rescue 2 women who were being attacked. Over these 30 years, we have learned much from the lives of our honorees. First, that people from all walks of life are actively engaged in grassroots volunteerism and winning victories for justice, both big and small, every single day. Second, we learned that there are many critical issues that still must be addressed in our community, especially the need to educate the children and adults who live below the poverty line. I don't know if you know this, But in a community like Long Beach, Greater Long Beach, which we consider a very prosperous area, this group constitutes 20% of the population. And if nothing is done to retrain them, to re-educate them, they will remain in this category from generation to generation. We also learn the importance of improving our neighborhoods, the need to eliminate homelessness and increase affordable housing, the need to reform our criminal justice system, and the need to teach our people how to better accept each other in what has become a very divided society. I have to tell you one fact. We have more people in prison in the United States than China, than India, and Russia, who have infinitely more people than we have. There's something wrong with that particular statement. In my lifetime, I've seen the harm that intolerance can cause in our country and in the world. I've also seen the power of people coming together to stand up for what is right. I spent much of my life in improving human relations in our community so that the next generation of children never had to experience the same prejudices that I did growing up. I also believe this is the time to speak up against hate. When often confronted with a joke or a statement that demeans a person or a group in our society, I simply say, what you think is so funny or not true offends me. And very often my friends and strangers are very upset about such a declaration, since it's at their house at their party that I'm saying this. My wife once said to me, I can't take you anywhere. But in time, people who know me also warn offenders that such speech is not acceptable. At CCEJ, our overall mission is to fight bias, bigotry, and prejudice wherever it exists, and through education and dialogue, help our diverse peoples better understand and accept each other. We believe that the diversity of our community is what makes us great, and we have a vision of a world where people of all identities can thrive and be leaders. Our honorees this evening, you will hear them, speak up for children and youth, for immigrants, for members of all religions, for the LGBT community, and much, much more. And I'm proud that they are using their voices to heal the divisions in our community, and I know that you will be inspired to hear their stories. And so tonight, we are proud to present them with CCEJ's Gene Lentzner Human Relations Award.